Soy from whole foods does not cause cancer, but if you eat processed soy, you can worsen your condition. In this video I will talk about soy. You will discover which soy products are safe to eat if you have cancer and 3 categories that you should avoid. Soy came from Southeast Asia. Chinese farmers domesticated them around 1100 BC. By the 1st century AD, soybeans spread to Japan and many other countries. It was not until the 1940s that soybean farming took off in America. Today, soy is a vital part of our global food supply. Most of the soy is not consumed by humans, but instead used as animal feed. About 75% of the soy worldwide is livestock feed. Soy is classified as a legume. It's a group of plants whose seeds grow in enclosed pods like peas or peanuts. Soybeans contain a lot of protein, fat, and not so much carbohydrates. There are 2 broad categories of soy products, unfermented and fermented soy. Some fermented soy products include miso, natto, soy sauce, and tempeh. Miso is a combination of soybeans and a grain such as rice and barley. It goes through a fermentation process. Miso is often used in soups or as a seasoning. Natto is another fermented soy product. Manufacturers produce it by adding bacteria to steamed soybeans. This process takes about 15 to 24 hours. Natto is often served as a topping for rice and noodles, or used in miso soup or salads. Soy sauce is a dark brown, salty condiment that is popular throughout the world. You make this sauce by fermenting soybeans and mixing it with roasted grains such as wheat, barley, or rice. It is then injected with yeast and flavored with salt. Tempeh is often used as a meat substitute. It originated in Indonesia. You make this product by culturing and fermenting soybeans into a cake form. Some unfermented soy products include tofu and soy milk. Tofu is a creamy white soy product sold in small blocks. You make it by hardening the protein of soybeans in the same way you produce cheese. Soy milk is a liquid filtered from soybeans that you soak and then strain. It's often used as a substitute for cow's milk by people who have food allergies or are lactose intolerant. Soy is a controversial food. We know that estrogen makes cancer more aggressive. Soy has a component called phytoestrogen that reminds of estrogen. Soy has long been a source of concern by experts. Many people believe by eating soy you will worsen your cancer condition. But the good thing is that phytoestrogen is not the same thing as estrogen. Soy is not a hormonal food. Phytoestrogens are 1,000 times less potent than estrogens. Phytonutrients in soy can even protect against cancer. Phytoestrogen cannot turn on the same cells that estrogen can. They can even block cell receptor sites. Scientists have not found that diets high in soy increase our breast cancer risk. And all long-term human studies of soy show that it has a protective effect against cancer. One study showed that breast cancer survivors who eat soy foods have a lower risk of cancer reoccurrence. Soy repaired the DNA and turned on tumor suppressor genes BRCA1 and BRCA2. What we can learn is that soy from whole foods doesn't cause more cancer. The only way soy can become a problem is when you process it. A vegan diet does not become healthier if we eat processed food. Lately there has been an explosion of fake soy products. These products resemble our favorite meat and dairy products. One problematic substance is soy protein isolate. Manufacturers make this product by removing the dietary fibers, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins and minerals from the soy. What's left is soy protein isolate. Soy protein isolate contains about 92% protein. It's often used as a replacement for dairy protein in candy bars, yogurt, ice cream, bread and cookies. You can also find soy protein isolate in soy meats such as soy nuggets, burgers, sausages and much more. One way soy protein isolate can increase our cancer risk is IGF-1. IGF-1 is a growth hormone that makes cancer more aggressive. Normally there is very little IGF-1 in plants. You can mostly find IGF-1 in meats. But when you isolate one component and concentrate it, you can make a healthy food unhealthy. Soy protein isolate raises our IGF-1 levels and feeds our cancer cells. So therefore you should avoid any processed forms of soy, including supplements and fake meats. Another soy category you should avoid is soy oil. It's a vegetable oil extracted from the fat of the soybean. It's the most used cooking oil on the market. There are two ways to produce soybean oil. One uses a mechanical process where the producer squeezes oil from the seeds and kernels without cooking the soy. And the other method extracts soy oil by heating the beans and then squeezing out the oil. This method yields more results. Oils contain 100% fat and nothing else from the plant. Every time you isolate one component from your food, you make it unhealthy. It doesn't matter if you isolate fat, protein or carbohydrates. Oil is what soy protein isolate is to protein or white sugar is to carbohydrates. 1 cup of soy oil contains about 1900 calories. That can cause weight gain. We know that obesity increases the risk of cancer. Another category of soy that you should avoid is GMOs. Genetically modified organisms, or GMOs, are creations of biotech companies such as Monsanto, which got bought by Bayer. Over 90% of the soy produced in the US are GMOs. Animals eat most of this soy. The FDA says that GMOs are harmless. But the sudden rise of soy allergies comes from GMO soy. GMO soy contains 2 new proteins which causes allergic reactions in people. GMO soy also has up to 7 times more trypsin inhibitors, which is a known soy allergen. GMO plants have foreign genes forced in the DNA. According to US law, you cannot patent plants or living things, but you can patent GMOs. If you can patent GMOs, then that means that it's different from the original plant. According to the FDA, GMOs are the same thing as normal plants. They have no evidence for this claim. They only assume that the original plant is safe, and that means that the GMO must also be safe. The dangers of GMO soy is not only from the soy itself, but also from the weed killer. Many GMOs use Roundup from Monsanto. Roundup contains a toxin called glyphosate, which breaks down into formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is a known class 1 carcinogen. As long as we don't know the safety of GMOs, we shouldn't consume them. The only sure way to tell if the soy is free from GMOs is by buying organic soy. Organic products are not allowed to contain GMOs. If you eat soy from whole foods that are not GMOs, soy can be a healthy part of your diet, even if you have cancer. Avoid the 3 main categories that I mentioned in this video, such as soy protein isolate, soy oil, and GMOs. So if you like this video, press the like button and subscribe to the channel. You can also visit our homepage, cancerwisdom.net, to learn more about cancer and how to treat it with natural remedies. You can also sign up as a Cancer Wisdom member and get access to our free resource library and courses. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.